Chapter 23, The Foam Pit Smells Like Pee. I'm plunged into a deep darkness. Hurling through it, I grit my teeth to keep from screaming. My body thrashes, clanging off the sides of what I now realize is a slide. Normally that wouldn't be scary, but this one is steep, and I don't know where I'm going to end up. Don't get separated. It's one of the first rules of escape rooms, and here we are, separated. And even worse, I'm the only one with a key card that will still work. That means unless they could follow me into this room the same way, through the sarcophagus, they might not be able to follow me at all. When the slide finally ends, I shoot off the edge and land into a pile of squishy foam blocks. Hannah? I call out. West? I get nothing back. There aren't even echoes of their voices, which scares me even more. How many floors did I slide down? 2? 3? Even worse, the route we mapped out was all one floor. My little mishap just took me, off course. Wading through the waist-high foam, I glanced around the small space. It's well lit, which is good, but it's also filled with tiny doors. Hundreds of tiny doors. They line the wall surrounding me and run from floor to ceiling. I narrow my eyes on the closest one, noticing that it, like all the others, is painted a deep blue and has hinges on one side. The other side is held closed by a small padlock. My eyes land on a regular-sized door nestled in between the tiny ones. A regular door without a keycard reader next to it. Ugh, this isn't an official room. It's another in-between space, like the vortex tunnel or the breakaway stairs. There are no riddles, no official challenges. It's only here to waste our time. Wading through the foam pit, I reached the edge and put my palms flat on top of it and then pushed myself up like I would climb out of a swimming pool. Panic rises in me. What if West and Hannah can't complete the puzzle back in the Egypt room? What if they have to finish the house together and I have to figure it out alone? Together, our odds of finishing are decent. We're good at this. We're prepared, but split up, that changes everything. A thunderous rumble startles me. It's coming from the slide. Aye! Hannah's voice echoes through the room. The rumbling stops and there's a muffled oof. Hannah, I shout, my heart thrashing with joy. Are you okay? At least it's not one of those ball pits, she says, which isn't really an answer to my question. But whatever. She looks fine. I could deal with foam, especially new foam that little kids haven't drooled on already. Remember that time Wes climbed out of the ball pit and had someone else's Band-Aid stuck to his arm? Hannah, I say more firmly this time, looking up at the slide, snaking into the ceiling. Where's West? The thunderous slide sound starts back up. I wipe my clammy hands on my pants, hoping that the answer to my question. West? I shout. His body sails into the foam only seconds later. He lands on his back with his arms and legs in the air like Albert's turtle flipped onto his shell. Present, he answers, his tone flat as he crawls upright and looks around. What is this? Another in-between space, I say. But I don't know much more than that. I've only been here a minute or two. You guys got here fast. And we need to leave here fast too, Wes says, climbing out of the ball pit behind Hannah. All I know so far is that there are lots of tiny doors with padlocks and one big door with no keycard reader. I pause and look from West to Hannah. Any ideas? West tugs on a padlock, then another. He walks the full length of the wall, knocking on doors and listening. From what? I have no clue. Nope, but something has to come from that fast. Hannah tilts her head to the side. It sort of reminds me of the box room in the Delta game. Why? I ask, confused. The box room had colorful boxes hanging from the ceiling and a glass divider between the two sides. This room doesn't have either of those things. Because all those boxes looked the same at first, but one was different, remember? She answers. West turns around to face her. I do. It was a different shape than the others. I remember when you spotted it. Are you saying one of the doors is different, I ask? She nods. Yeah, that one. The lock is on the other side, see? I walk over to where she's pointing. Sure enough, the shiny metal padlock is on the right side of that door instead of the left like all the others. Hannah, yes, that has to be the door we need to get into. This must be part of why Hannah's so good at dance. She makes some sketchy choices sometimes, but she pays attention to details. Every time she puts her hair up into one of those tight, painful-looking buns, it's perfect. Her makeup is flawless. And her dancing? It's so pretty that sometimes I feel a little overwhelmed when I watch her do it. Like she transforms somehow. Open, open, open. How does it open? Wes is muttering to himself as he turns the padlock over in his hands. There's a keyhole in the bottom of this lock, guys. That means we need to find an actual key. A key? In the house with no keys? Hannah asked, laughing sharply. So cheaty. As I look around the room, my stomach sinks. It's empty. There's nowhere to hide a key. No wallpaper it could be camouflaged in. No drawers, no paintings. Nothing. The only place we could check is the foam pit. The foam pit that smells a little bit like pee, even though I don't know how that's possible. Betcha I find it before you guys, Hannah yells, as if she just read my mind. She flings herself into the pit and begins searching the blocks, tossing the ones she's already checked onto the floor. Wes follows her, and I jump in after them, shooting a steely glare at Wes when he lobs a foam block directly into my nose. Sorry, he says, I got carried away. Well, could you please get carried away in a different direction, I ask, laughing as I rub my sore nose. Leave it to Wes to find a way to injure somebody with foam. Grabbing blocks and searching them quickly, I toss them onto the side once I'm sure there isn't a key stuck in or on them. When more foam blocks are outside of the pit than inside, I start worrying. Did we miss the key? Were we wrong about it being here? I got it, Hannah suddenly screams. She holds her hand in the air, displaying a small skeleton key. We clamber out of the foam pit and over to the door. Hannah inserts the key into the lock and turns. It works. Sliding it off, she opens the door. I expect it to be like a cubby or mailbox inside, but it isn't. It's just the wall. And a key card reader.